Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy. Today on the dark side, we're going to be discussing my day in investment with Tesla puts, so stay tuned. I'm going to get into cannabis briefly and, this is a little snippet, just a little bit of information to give you guys about how I made money on Tesla puts today. So I hope you enjoy this. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell if you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. If you're new to the channel, hey, don't be shy. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I do truly appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Share the video with friends and family. Radar detectors telling me what's up, but don't think it's a big deal, so it'll be okay. Just starting, so don't worry about that. And yeah, because I'm Mad Max style, right? I gotta stay protected, I gotta watch out for the cops, when I'm speeding and doing my crazy ish. So that's just how I roll. But hey, so let's get into this. So I was just at the Bird Cannabis store in Coquitlam, and I just picked up some teas from Tilray. They're Every, they're CBT, so I'll let you guys know how the teas are. I also got one tea from Haven Street, it's a sativa, and I got a gram from Sundell, an indica. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's apparently good, very good. The people at Burb Cannabis are very knowledgeable. I recommend going to Burb in Coquitlam. So if you're out by Metro Vancouver and you're not sure where there's a dispensary, I got no problem recommending going out there to find good cannabis from licensed producers and all that. But anyways, let's get into Tesla. Alright, so Tesla was very crazy today. Basically it was trading, so I called it, I was on Rich's live stream, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna go down because the RSI was so high. It was like 98 RSI on the 30 minutes, and he's like, no. I'm like, well, yeah, it is gonna go down, buddy. But whatever the case, he could have made money. People could have made money on the puts, but I mean, there's no guarantees with investing or anything, regardless. But I was like taking a big ballsy move, so I put $1,200 into a 705 put, and hell, that was a fucking ballsy call, right? It was at 965, and I just saw it was gonna, because realistically, it doesn't need to hit down to 905 to make money on that put. It's a coupon, right? It's what other people want to pay, and there was time on it. It was a February 14th expiration. It was $12 per contract, so for one contract that's $1,200 USD for the 705 put. So that you're betting that it's going to be below 705 before Valentine's Day, and I felt whether it's going to happen or not, it's going to go down $50 or $100, and it's going to raise the implied volatility as well as the premiums for the contract. So I had that foresight because it was outside of the Bollinger Bands and the big wick on the candlestick as well as the RSI. So very nice thesis. I had my conviction that was damn right, and I hold tight. So I pulled the trigger on that, and then I was waiting. Today I didn't sleep last night, and I was like, what's gonna go on? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna bring it up to 900 or 950 and scare me? And because I don't want to lose on the contract, right? $1,200 is a lot of money, in a sense, for the contracts. So I want to get in and out with the contract. But if I would have taken my time and I would have waited longer, that contract got to as high as $48. It may have gotten higher, but the last time I checked, it was $48 for the that was the high of the day, and I sold it at $18. So I made a net $600 USD. for the day, so I'm proud of myself. It was my best put option contract that I've done in my life. It was a very nice conviction, but I could have done a lot better. It's too expensive to buy that contract now. Like, it's like $3,000 or something. I'm not gonna buy that contract. I'm not putting out that money because there's no guarantee that, you know. So when I bought it, it was a lot better probabilities for me. Now I just don't see the same probabilities, so I'm just gonna wait it out. And you know, if I see another contract that looks good, a call or a put, then I'm gonna do my thing. But you know, I may play like Chronos today, tomorrow, or something like that. Those are the things that I'm looking at as well. You know, you can't be fixated, because what happened in my mistake in the day is I was thinking that I could make a trade off of one share. Yeah, what you gotta have in the market is no effing ego. It's like, people are like, oh, well, I have 1 million shares of a 0.00004 stock. Well, who the fuck cares that you got 1 million shares of a fucking dumpster fire piece of trash company? I don't give a shit. So the reality is, if you own one share of a great company, you're in a better position than owning 1 million shares of a fucking dumpster trash company. So that's just the reality of things. So yeah, free cash flow, FCF, PAAS, Pan American Silver. I'm liking them. I may get a position of them because they got, you know, I've been eyeing that, thinking between wheat and precious metal. Zach's ranking is saying that's stronger for PAAS, Pan American Silver. They just bought some mine. Like, I can't get into it because I don't have time to get all into it, the logistics on Pan American Silver in this video. But I think it's a great opportunity if silver and gold start rising higher, as well as they're also leveraged to lead and zinc and stuff, like about 15%, I guess, maybe some copper as well. They're linked to that, so they're leveraged on that side. So that's another value in their revenues. But it's basically, they're set to do in 2020, what was it, I want to say, what was it, like 625,000 to 675,000 gold ounces. Okay, like, you do the math on that, that's like an amazing amount of money. Now you add the silver, which is I want to say like 5 million or something. I don't know, I think it was like 500 million or something in revenue or something. But what I added it up based on today's prices, basically about like 1.6 billion in revenues, and their market cap in Canadian funds is about 6.4 billion. So yeah, basically, if Pan American Silver, like silver, starts running up higher and all that stuff, then the stock's gonna do very, 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 very well in 2020. So I'm eyeing it up. It's a good pick by Marin Katusa. That's very well known in the commodity sector, and he has his own newsletter that people pay $4,000 for, and he got it like a lot cheaper, right? Like, I haven't bought it, but I was playing like Fortuna Silver when it was like $3.75. So I mean, I've been eyeing up the silver market. But you know, I just didn't step on Pan American Silver really, like, to understand the value, the intrinsic value on Pan American Silver until today. But you know, I think it's a good. Now with uranium is an interesting commodity right now. You gotta look into that. It's basically based on what USA is gonna do, but the price is trickling around $24, just chilling. We will see if it's gonna go up or down. But yeah, who's to know? So the price of that, if it goes up a lot in uranium could go up very high to 35, 40, 45, 50, and the price of these uranium stocks can make those my favorite, CCO, CCJ in America. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking at in the markets. I'm gonna end this video because I'm just like firing. I'm shooting on all cylinders, and I'm just don't know where to stop, don't know where to go next. So I'm just gonna end it off at a good note. So anyways, keep compounding your info, listen to my lingo, and Shaka, peace. I'm out. Take care in the markets. Be disciplined. You know, trust your intuition. Study the Bollinger Bands. Study the chart. Study the RSI. Do your due diligence on these investments and become better investors in 2020. Peace. I'm out.